right, ladies and gentlemen, you hear my annoying voice, so you know what that means.
It's
It's
Thursday.
That's right, and it's showtime, sucker. We do have a guest joining us today. Mr. Jonathan Darwin will be joining us here shortly, and I promise you he is actually going to join us, unlike the incident that happened on Sunday when we thought we had a guest joining us who was unable to at the time. Poor communication on uh, apparently my end. I guess when I informed the said guest that Sunday at 3 would be a perfect time, that wasn't clear enough. I don't know. So we're gonna try to get him back on.
So when you told him that we were doing it at 3:00 Sunday, he didn't understand the terminology of 3:00.
I guess not. So,
Or does he live in a different time zone?
No. No, totally different person, totally different deal. No. He really, I guess, didn't understand that 3:00 on Sunday meant 3:00 on Sunday, because he's not in a different time zone. He's in Georgia. Georgia is central as far as I know.
No.
Is it not?
No.
Well, shit the damn bed. What's the deal here, picklehead?
You need to learn your time zones.
Apparently fucking so, man.
You must have missed that day in school or something.
I guess I did. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, our guest has already signed in. Let me bring him on with us. Mr. Jonathan Darwin, it is great to have you on.
Thank you.
I'm going to throw up that flyer you sent me so everyone can see that.
Okay, appreciate it.
I apologize that he don't know his time zones.
I do.
No, I apologize too, because I bumfuzzled this one, man. I thought that
they don't really teach you that stuff in Arkansas.
Yeah. That's why I moved away and tried to do better, but Yeah. But I seen this flyer online and I reached out to the guy who had shared it. And the only reason it caught my attention, I ain't even gonna lie to you, it's not just because it was a wrestling flyer, but because it was for Huntington's disease.
Yeah.
And he told me to get in touch with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you take the floor. This is your show.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll let you take the floor. You tell them everything you want to tell them, and then we'll probably ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Okay, well, we can do a Q&A format. I've been working for North Carolina for about 2 years now, maybe a little bit over that. And I've developed a good bond with those in charge down there. And last, I want to say March, I was given the opportunity to become a social media ambassador for Champions for HD, currently a volunteer there. And I kept saying, I want to do an event. The original idea was to hold an event in May, which is Huntington's Disease Awareness Month. That came past. I did not think I'd be able to pull that off in 2022, and thought, okay, I need to start looking at May 23. Then the man who owns Ring, North Carolina, got in touch with me and said, what do you think about September? I said, well, is this going to be an addition? And he's like, no, it'll take the place of the regular event, because the September event is in between the anniversary show and the Candy Bowl in October, which is a really neat concept, and I can tell you more about that after we get to talking about headlock Huntington's disease. So we already had fodder, and Silas Young from Ring of Honor booked, so we said we got our name, and I said, yeah, let's do it. And the owner helped me get in touch with the gentleman who does the posters, whose name is Will Trotter. If you're a wrestling promotion out there and you're looking for someone to do your posters, this is it. As you can tell by the blue background, it's not lightning, but that's neural pathways of the brain, and we're going to explain a little bit more about that. So this has come along, and we're going to try to raise as much as we can for Champions for HD. What Champions for HD does is they raise money for Huntington's disease awareness, research, and to help people who are suffering from HD and struggling a little bit financially or dealing with insurance. Some examples are they just bought a motorized wheelchair for someone. They also bought a handicap accessible van for somebody. They helped one individual pay their electric bill. They helped another individual who's a veteran who was having trouble getting coverage through the VA and went to a regular medical facility, helped that person with their medical bills. So those are some of the types of things that they do with their funds. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is HD? You think it's just high definition, like most people. It's okay. It's a bad joke, but it's a joke. Huntington's disease is a neurodegenerative illness that affects pathways in the brain, that affects motion and speech and reasoning. Huntington's disease is described as having Parkinson's, Lou Gehrig's disease, and dementia all at the same time. And the reason this is so personal to me with champions and Huntington's disease is my wife was diagnosed with Huntington's disease on February 5th, 2021. And we've been doing what we can to get the word out. I have a big mouth, which is evident on if you watch Ring Wars Carolina or just know me in general. But we're both compassionate individuals. We want to do as much as we can to raise HD awareness. And part of the reason why, I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this in the shot.
Hold on, let me get it up there for you. I'll zoom in on it.
Okay. So if we can see this here.
Oh. There we go.
Thank you. All right, so we can see this here. The bottom number is the population approximately of the U.S., 335 million and change. Those that suffer from Huntington's disease total around 41,000. That's it. So I see it as an obligation to put the word out there about Huntington's disease and do what I can, because if I don't, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to everyone who has the disease, including my wife. Huntington's disease is manageable. There's medications you can take for the involuntary movements and some for dementia, but it's incurable and it's fatal. And there are a variety of things that can happen to when individuals are going along. No two individuals have the same symptoms because the nerve breaks down differently in different ways. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I totally understand. It's a tough subject to talk about.
Yeah. Because I've seen certain symptoms in my wife, and there's other things that I look into the abyss and go, oh, that doesn't happen. But let's go through the stages so you can know what could happen for somebody with Huntington's disease. First stage is like pre-symptomatic, like you're genetically predispositioned to have the disease. By the way, that's how the disease is passed. It is from parent to offspring, and if you're a child, somebody who has HD, like my wife, the child has a 50% chance of having HD. If you're in that stage and you may see something like maybe a little bit of twitching or something you don't understand, then you go and get genetically tested and they can confirm if you have HD. So that's the pre-symptomatic, sometimes early stage HD. And in early stage HD, you can lose balance, you can have a little trouble with chorea, or what's the involuntary movements that you see in some people with Parkinson's. And as you move into middle stage, that gets aggressively worse. And then you need some help with tasks. Sometimes bending over or something, or bathing, or things of that nature. It's possible, not everybody's going to have this, it's possible to lose the ability to swallow when you have HD. So you should have to have a feeding tube installed there.
Take a minute and catch your breath. You're fine. Your flyer caught my attention. I me and my brother both have been wrestlers for 20 years. We've never passed up the chance to do anything that was beneficial to others, to help out in any way in a community or anything. And that was pretty much one of the bases for starting this podcast. And my history, other than being a wrestler for 15 years, I worked in healthcare. My
Mhm.
wife is an RN, and we see stuff all the time. And when I worked in nursing homes with dementia patients and people who had Parkinson's and things like that, it tore me apart. And then I had family who had cancer and other things, and it's tough. I understand totally why you're getting choked up, and that was, I told my brother, I said, look, we've got to. I want to get whoever is in charge of the show on the show, and I want to help promote it in any way we can, because I feel like stuff like this doesn't get the attention it deserves. I really do.
And I really appreciate that. Yeah, and you're familiar with dementia. Some people may not be. I'm trying not to go into my life symptoms too much, but sometimes with dementia, people lose who they are. Sometimes it is difficult to come out with certain words, or you say, like, for example, this is a cup, but you call it a spoon,
Yeah.
but you know it's a cup in your mind, but you just can't formulate the connection in your brain. Some people lose the ability to speak. Um, I've seen, I guess, if I pull back the curtain a little bit, I've seen some mumbling from time to time. She has a great neurologist. We have a great team at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. It's one of the Huntington's Disease Centers for Excellence. There's a select few across the country. They have to apply and be recognized. And she has a good team there. She has a good social worker, nutritionist, speech therapist if and when it becomes necessary, and movement or occupational therapist. So when you get in the later stages of HD, you are pretty much going to need help with everything.
Right.
You need around-the-clock care. Some people go into facilities. Others will get to stay at home, and usually someone like myself, who's a spouse or a family member, becomes a caretaker for that person. And that person's paid through Medicare a little bit, but you're living for that person. You're trying to help them have the best quality of life they can regarding those circumstances. And then slowly in front of you, they fade away and pass away, and that's the end of life stage. At some point, hospice is called in always. And I'm sure you've experienced that, Divine. You've seen it once or twice, and how challenging it is emotionally and mentally.
That's very true.
Yeah. But no, on a little more of an upbeat note, I'm a good husband, so I started listening to podcasts when I was at home and driving, because, hey, you guys know this. If you're in the business, you're looking anywhere, and I come up with like a unit of measurement in time, and I call it a cornet, because we all know how long his podcast can go. So I'll calculate something and go, oh, okay, that's only 1.5 cornets. Oh, that's going to be at least one cornet one way. Oh, we need to transfer that one. So besides listening to his podcast and other wrestling podcasts, I searched for ones on Huntington's disease. There's 2 good ones, one of which has already had me on, Help for HD. They're help promoting the event. And the other one is Champions for HD. And it's hosted by a woman named Shelby Lentz. She is the president of Champions for HD. She's also symptomatic, at least HD positive. I don't know if she's showing symptoms. She had a father who was diagnosed and had it. And she also has a sister who had juvenile HD and passed away because of juvenile HD. And she's also a published author. She wrote a book that's available on Amazon where all the proceeds go to Champions for HD. And it's an inexpensive book. It's less than $10. So if you're looking for a way to explain HD to younger children, it's a good pickup and a good read.
Yeah, well, that's rough to have someone, a younger sibling or anything, and I words can't express, your situation, and I don't expect you to pull back the curtain. That's your personal business, so you don't have to push yourself to that. and I know it's rough, but you've got a good cause here, and like you said, y'all are obviously good, caring people, or y'all wouldn't be out trying to do as much as y'all are, going above and beyond. Now you said you've worked with Ring Wars Carolina for a while and built this relationship up. How did you meet them? How did you get? Are
Okay,
you in
so
Carolina?
no, I'm actually from West Virginia. I
Okay.
will drive 5.5 hours one way to be in an event. So I'll leave sometime in the AM and get home sometime in the AM.
I've been there a few times.
That's what I was
Yeah.
fixing to say.
Yeah. So, okay. So, and this, for those of you that are in the wrestling business or starting in, this is a good lesson in networking. Always treating people kindly,
Yes.
because you never know when the ladder's going to help lift you up. There's a gentleman who wrestles for Ring Wars Carolina named James Anthony. James Anthony and I met years ago in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and he was a wrestler there. And James was doing like a Ask Me Anything live stream on Facebook, and I hit him up. And of course, this is during the pandemic when nobody was wrestling, but trying to stay socially engaged. So he's like, "Hey, how you been?" I said, "Well, I'm doing good. I recovered from open heart surgery, which is another tale all in itself." And I said, "You should catch up." He's like, "Yeah, hey, man, get a hold of me." And I messaged him. He's like, "Hey, I want you to come down to Lumberton. We need an interviewer. We don't have like that Mean Gene, Tony Schiavone type, David Crockett individual that we need to help add a piece to the puzzle." So I said, "Sure, I'll come down." I went down to his house. I stayed. I traveled with him because obviously it was a tryout, so there was no funds involved. And this is another reason why know as many things as you can. My young Padawans watching this show. I'm sitting there at the broadcast desk. Now, this is the night of what they call the Golden Opportunity Rumble, which is a 30-man over-the-top rumble, similar to another one that's done by another promotion where so many people come out so many seconds. And it just so happens both the announcers were in the rumble. So because they're also both wrestlers. Anyway.
I've been there. I understand.
Yeah. So one of the announcers knows his name he has a feeling his name's about to get called or knows it's coming up. So he hands me one of the microphones so I can start doing commentary with him. He's like, "What choice do I have?" And
Right.
I hit it out of the park because I've been doing commentary for about, at that point, like 13 and a half years. And after that, we were off to the races. I've been at the broadcast desk ever since then. Both of those guys have now went on to wrestling careers, wrestling full-time for Ring Wars Carolina. So I have a new broadcast partner. I also still do the interviews for Facebook and for the television program as well. And it's been a great time ever since.
That's awesome. I love hearing stories like that. I really, I mean, I don't want to keep you, but if Titanic, if you've got any questions, because I don't want to ask anything personal. I know you just said you had open heart surgery, so I don't want to.
I had the same surgery as William Regal.
Oh, okay.
The one where you get the pericardium that's inflamed. So they had to go in, just peel the egg. So no blockages, no nothing. It was great.
Okay.
It took a while to recover. And I'm like, cool, after 2 years, I can get back on the road. Cardiologist cleared me. And then pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that slowed a little bit everybody down.
Yeah, just a tad. I'll tell you this, though, another positive thing about this is, and you guys know this from probably wrestling on a few charity events yourself, a lot of the wrestlers will come in at a substantially reduced rate or donate their time. And I got to give credit. I'm not going to name names because it's not my place to talk out of turn, but I know there are some individuals that night that are going to be either dramatically cutting their fee or waiving their fee. And some of them have negotiated with me personally and have helped out with that.
And that is awesome. And I don't mean to cut you off, but that is something that, and to the younger generation, as you were talking about to the younger generation out there, things to know. That is something they need to understand. When you do a benefit, and that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, because I've had people that will want more than what other people are getting, or most people won't even take a PO because it's a benefit. A lot of these younger guys think they're entitled to a PO on a benefit. I've never taken a PO when we've done a charity benefit. That's something that if they hand me an envelope, I'm like, here, put it back. I don't know. It's no, we don't. That was the way I was trained. I mean, if you're doing a benefit or a charity, you don't take a cut. You stay out of it. That's for that's for the charity. And that's something that I think the younger generation that's coming up really needs to pick up on, because I know I know when me and Titanic were running shows, I don't think we did any charities the last 3 shows we ran, because your sister was just running regular shows. But the last charity I ran, I had a couple of young guys when I was still in Arkansas that tried to hit me up for money, and I'm like, if you're wanting a payday, sorry, don't show up, because I'm not, most of the guys are working for free, and I had folks, the Asylum were coming in for free. I mean, and I don't know if you know who the Asylum is, but they're a well-known tag team.
Okay.
Psycho and Pappy, which God rest his soul, Psycho has passed on. But Psycho and Pappy had been all over Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, and I know they had been in Illinois and Indiana with Madman Pondo.
Okay, I know that name.
A few others, but yeah, I mean, we even got Brian Christopher in, and I know he's passed on, and I normally don't talk financials, but he charged me, and it was the lowest I've ever paid for a big name, $200. $200. And
Wow.
I think he was the only guy that I gave the money to, and he ended up giving it back to me.
And see, that speaks to the heart of wrestlers. And here's the other thing I will say to those watching. It kind of piggybacks on what Divine said. I did a charity show in West Virginia, which was probably about a half hour from my home. I wasn't going to take a PO anyway. They tried, and I said, I waved it off. But here's why that event is important. The owner of AIWF Mid-Atlantic had driven up to that event. He was ring announcing, so they didn't really use me as much. I was more of a gopher volunteer.
Right.
But the top villain, for lack of a better term, went to the owners like, hey, you need to hire John, or at least give him a tryout. And the guy was like, all right, I guess. I mean, we got somebody. And then I went down there, and I was there for almost 3 years. And because of being down there, I met James Anthony. And because of meeting James Anthony, I'm in North Carolina today, which is now coming full circle, because now I'm the one that's helping raise money for people.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Now, I do have one more question
Sure.
that I just thought of. The owner, is that who I talked to before reaching out to you? I don't know.
Who was it? Who? I can tell you who it is.
Let me look. Give me just 1 second here. I cannot remember.
I keep
the
pulling
name.
out a frame. Get my camera set up again.
It just says Ring Wars Carolina. It doesn't have a name.
That's probably the owner. Does it say Dex anywhere on there, or just RWC? Or
Just says Ring Wars Carolina. It doesn't.
Okay, that's probably the business page. That would either be the owner or the owner's point two person when they're delegating things. So it could be either. I can't speak to which one it is. I know Dex Carter just purchased Ring Wars Carolina, and this was actually already in the works before Dex purchased it from Nightstick Eddie Brown.
Right.
And because Nightstick was the one who gave me the proverbial kick in the pants to get this thing going. So, and Dex has backed it wholeheartedly. In fact, he's been one of the biggest cheerleaders anytime I promoted that I was going to be on an event or podcast or the poster or trying to reach out to local media. Dex has been right there, then and there. I also not going to talk out of turn too much about who did it, but I know after I drafted the press release, somebody from the Ring Wars Carolina office has sent it to one of the national promotions legal departments to say, hey, can we do anything to help these people? Now, if that comes about, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want to go into specifics because A, I'd be talking out of turn, but B, it's good to know people that will go above and beyond before you even ask them to do so.
Right.
I'm sure you guys have had that with promotions as well, or businesses like, and I'm rambling a little bit here, but right now I'm trying to secure Champions for HD shirts for all of the talent for that evening, as well as some of the individuals backstage. And I've already reached out to some individuals who have offered to donate some money to help offset that cost.
And that was my next question. I know we had talked in messages. You said did you set that up to where people can donate?
No, I did not. If you are not able to attend the event, you can go to championsforhd.org/donate. Or if you just go to championsforhd.org on the main page, there's a big donate button. So you can go there. Champions is a 501c3. So at the end of the year, you'll get a nice letter and you can use that as a tax deduction if that's something that there's a reason to motivate you to donate. I'm not saying it is, but some people are looking to give, and it's one of the ways that Champions, I guess, helps out because they are listed as a nonprofit by the IRS.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that if there was a way they could help out without actually being there, because I know some people that see this won't be able to attend. You know, I live down in Louisiana. If there's a way that I can get up there for the show, I would love to be up there, but I don't know. I just started a night shift shoot job, and I'm actually running on 24 hours of no sleep right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, for those that are not in the Eastern time zone like myself or somewhere else, or just geographically too far away or got to work, because that does happen, the event is being taped and will air on YouTube. All you got to do is Ring Wars Carolina TV. That's what you want to search for YouTube. And I'll put a link to the channel on the Dynasty of Wrestling page if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll send you a link as well so that you can put it there. And that should air probably a week to 2 weeks after the event. So, and I know that we're going to try to have a pre-recorded message from Shelby Lentz that'll play in the program as well, and links for that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, it's going to be a great time. The doors are going to open at 6:30. Like I said, we have Silas Young. One of the name, and I don't know if you're familiar with him or not, he reached out to me from West Virginia. He was offered to come in for less than his normal asking price. I'll just say that. Is Jason the Gift Kincaid. Jason is somebody. If
you say Kincaid?
Yes.
Yes, I know that name.
Yeah. For those of you unfamiliar, please go ahead and look him up on YouTube. Just to give a little bit of his lineage, he's been part of NWA Smoky Mountain, which was Innovate. He's been Mexico, Canada, part of Grand Prix. He's been on DDT Pro in Japan. He was under contract to Evolve for some period of time. He was part of the NXT North American #1 contender tournament. Remember when they were first crowning the NXT North American champion? He was in that tournament to determine who was going to get the face. He was also in, I can't remember the year now, for the ROH Top Prospect tournament. And he faced Leo Rush in the first round, and it was a great match. Kevin Kelly really liked Kincaid's work. Kevin's one of those people that's given. I know Victor Andrews is going to be there. He's one of those people that's helping. Victor's been on Future of Honor, Ring of Honor, NXT as well. Fodder's going to be there. Fodder was just on NXT as of Tuesday. He's also a big part of the Detroit Narrative, as well as Victor Andrews. James Anthony's also been on Future of Honor and Ring of Honor television. These are guys. So you're getting good quality matches. And the fact that so many people have volunteered that we've extended the show. Normally the show is about 6 matches, but this evening it's going to be 8 matches. Because we wanted so many matches. We didn't want to have like several tags or anything like that. And Greenbush, Carolina has been very accommodating. We're still going to try to hit in that sweet spot, 2.5 hour window that fans enjoy. If you go too long, we all know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
So even with 8 matches that night, you're going to get your money's worth. So if you're in the Lumberton area, please come out. It's going to be a really great evening.
And if you're not, go donate just because it's for a good cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's tax deductible. I'll pin a post to my Facebook page if anybody wants to send me a friend request there. Feel free to do so, and I'll be happy to tell you all about it. And I really appreciate you guys squeezing me in, because I know that you always have a slate of guests, and to find time to add me means a lot, gentlemen.
Well, actually, we don't have as many guests as you would think.
Only if we do it on Saturdays.
Yeah, if we do Saturdays, we have a lot of guests, but Thursdays, it kind of, it works out Thursday where we're both off, which, now I'm not, because I worked last night and I'm just completely off. Like maybe that's why I was thrown off today. Like everything has been a mess since, put it this way. I've been up since 9:00 yesterday morning, and it's been a mess. Kid had his first football game last night. I had to go to work. Hours got changed at work on short notice. And now, doing our show and trying to figure out whether or not we work tonight and whether or not, what life is. It's always something.
Oh, I know how that goes, man.
If you ask all my employees, I'm always off. So
yeah, he decided when he got his new job, he wanted to be the supervisor. I gave that up. I don't want to be in charge anymore. I just want to show up, do my job, and go home.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I've been there.
I'm tired of playing boss. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to get paid and go home. What was it? The Job Squad. Al Snow, pin me and pay me. I'm over it. But Jonathan, it has been great getting to talk to you. It's been great getting to know you through Facebook, and I'm definitely going to keep in touch.
Thank you.
I'll definitely, if I don't make it, I will definitely send something over and donate. And I wish y'all the best. And I send all my thoughts and prayers to you and your wife.
Thank you. That means a lot.
But
what I was going to say, Divine, and this is not just for you, but for anybody, because Shelby's trying to track that in the notes. If you put wrestling fundraiser instead of just giving a general donation, because they're trying to gauge how many people could not attend the event but still gave.
okay.
So that, and if you forget, that's fine. But Shelby asked me to personally mention that, so that way we can sort of figure out, okay, this was a big success. How do we go from here?
Right.
So, thank you guys. I really appreciate
Thank you. I appreciate you taking time out. I know you were working, and I appreciate you taking time out to come on today. And I know it's a tough subject to approach, especially when you're dealing with it personally. And I want to applaud you for your effort on putting this show together.
Thanks.
And I will say the flyer guy did great.
Yeah, Will Trotter.
He is awesome. I will say that flyer is phenomenal. And I love the neurological brain stuff in the back, like the
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love how he incorporated everything into it. And I don't sound real articulate right now. I'm really just trying to go through the motions today, but I want y'all to know how much this means to me that y'all are doing this. And I've had like I said, I've had 2 family members who had breast cancer. I had one. He had lymphoma. The other one had two had prostate cancer, and then now my grandmother, unfortunately, she's 83 years old and healthy as a horse is what the doctor keeps telling her. And she works full time, but she will not admit that she is starting to develop dementia. And it is apparent to me more than everyone else because I've worked with it and I've been around it, and so I can see the early signs of it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of heartbreaking. So I know I get what you're dealing with. I've actually sat and cried about it a few times because, I mean, she raised me, and Titanic can tell you my grandmother was my rock. Him and my grandmother have been my rock for the past 20 years, and so I understand what you're going through. So my thoughts and prayers to you, to your wife, to everyone involved in this. I hope for a great, successful outcome.
Thank you.
Safe and spectacular show. And man, I hope y'all pack that place to the rafters, and I hope that everybody that watches and everybody that hears everything that you're on, every media outlet you're on, goes and donates. And I appreciate you taking the time out and getting to do this for you guys. And if there's ever anything that we can do to promote y'all again, you just, you got my contact information on Facebook. You shoot me a message, and we are more than happy to put you back on and let you talk about it and promote anything you want to do. And the next time y'all do one of these, let us know and we'll put you back on. Because, like I said, anything like this really it catches my attention. And I love wrestling and I'll promote wrestling, but seeing that, and I said, man, headlocks for Huntington's disease, I'd never heard of it. I was like, man, that's cool. And I started reading it, and proceeds to benefit champions, of HD. I was like, man, I got to reach out to these folks. I gotta get them on the show.
Right.
And I am so glad that we were able to do this. And like I said, I hope that there ain't an empty seat in that house.
Oh, thank you, Brian. And thank you, Titanic. I really appreciate it, guys. It means a lot that there are companies and podcasts that are not just only having me on, but reaching out to have me on, not me just soliciting the other way around. So that meant a lot that you guys got in touch with me.
Well, that's what we're here
We
for.
wish y'all the best and pack it out.
All right, I tell you what, maybe you have me back on. I'll tell you how it all went.
Hey, that'd be fine by us. We'd be happy to have you.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you, Jonathan. You have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share that flyer one more time because you got to check it out if you're in the area. If you're in the area, check this show out. And if you don't check the show out because you're not in the area, go donate. I will be putting the championsHD.org link in the bottom of the video along with all of our sponsor links. But we got lots to talk about today.
Yeah.
We just had Jonathan on. That was a great start to the show. But now let's jump into
the job. Let's talk about the job that happened last night.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say. Let's jump into some garbage and drama because, man, did you know Eddie Kingston has been suspended?
I read that this morning.
Eddie
Don't
Kingston
fuck with my boy
suspended,
Sammy Guevara.
And actually, his suspension is now up. He'll be coming back, but
and they're supposed to work each other.
No, that's been pulled.
Well, so is everything else. So apparently, they're supposed to do the match again, Moxley and Punk, and All Out.
That's what I'm hearing too. I mean, from all sources, I don't understand why he jobbed him though. Like,
and Thunder Rosa was supposed to
and
drop the belt at All Out, and now she's hurt.
And the rumor I'm hearing is she ain't hurt, brother.
I've kind of heard that.
I've heard that she ain't hurt. She didn't want to drop the belt. And I also heard, and this is coming from an inside source, that the match she had with Jamie Hayter where she broke her nose.
Yeah.
She hid out in the bathroom out of fear after breaking Jamie Hayter's nose.
What a bitch.
Right. I mean, you break somebody's nose, you go apologize. You don't hide out.
Or you just turn around and tell them, go fuck yourself.
Right. I mean, there's two ways to handle it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And hiding out in the bathroom ain't one of them, brother.
Now, if you got a ship, yeah.
Right? I mean,
it happens.
I don't understand, but yeah, Thunder Rosa, I'm hearing that she is not injured, that she didn't want to do the job, and this is their way. this is their way of getting the belt off of her and then having a match later on down the road to unify the belts. I'm
Look.
trying to figure out what the deal was with Punk, because honestly, I thought Punk was going to win. And then all of a sudden, I'm at a football game and I get a message. Oh my God, Moxley just jobbed Punk in like less than 3 minutes. I'm like, what? And then everybody else starts blowing up my phone. So I'm like, what the fuck did I just miss? Like,
they was like, did you watch the match?
no.
You ain't got to watch the match yet?
No, I ain't got to watch any of the show yet.
Look. It was like Moxley came to the ring fucking possessed.
He
like
always
on a
does.
fucking, it was like he was on a mission from God or something. and when it started, it was all intensity with Moxley. It was a whole new level of intensity. And he Punk up.
No, I haven't got to see it yet. I do want to see it. I want to see. I've heard rumor and innuendo that Punk went into the match hurt, not completely 100 from his foot.
Right. Yeah, he did the kick. They did that kick to Moxley, and he went down, sit on his foot, and then Moxley turned around and started giving him the elbows, grabbed his fucking foot, pulled it up to his fucking head, started turning it, and hit him with some more fucking elbows, and then picked him up and did the DDT thing. And then he turned around, he pointed his hand as like a gun and shot him, and then turned around and picked his ass up, did it again, pinned him 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like an old yeller out behind the woodshed. Carnage Rage said, was there a reason why Eddie Kingston got suspended?
For what he said and what he did towards Sammy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Fight in the back or something.
When they were in Minnesota, there was apparently an altercation. Hold on. I wrote notes for that. I was doing notes at work last night because I was trying to prepare. Apparently, he was. Where did I put my notes? All right. Eddie Kingston apparently said some things that he shouldn't have said. And he's apparently the one who started the altercation. He is apparently the one who started the fight. Now, Sammy Guevara apparently cut a promo that did not make TV. They cut the promo. They did not want the promo on TV because Sammy went out and said some very derogatory things about how Eddie Kingston looks and stuff like that. It pissed Eddie off. Sammy came to the back. Eddie went off on Sammy and assaulted Sammy, and they fought back, and they were separated, and Eddie was suspended, I believe, 3 weeks is what I'm told. I am not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that he is coming back. He has been suspended over the confrontation. His suspension is up. He will be coming back. They have pulled the Eddie Kingston Sammy Guevara match from All Out. It is not supposed to happen now. They do not want them in the ring with each other. Whether that stays true or not, I don't know. They may put them in the ring together. But as of right now, they have pulled that match from the card. And as of right now, this is the card that we have. This is the card that I have been sent for All Out. You have the interim AEW Women's World Championship match.
I'm about sick and tired of that shit.
Fucking who? I am so sick of that word interim.
Look, let me tell you something.
Tony Khan should shove it up his ass.
Get rid of the fucking interim. I mean, it's stupid. Like Buster said last night, Buster Kennedy said, interim's stupid. And let me tell you something. When that gets done, the tag titles will be next.
Yep.
Then after the tag titles will be the trio titles.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I can't forget. Oh, Wardlow might have to Might have to beat somebody up for the interim TNT.
Hey, you never know if Jade Cargill decides to take some time off, they may have an interim TBS title. That's the only belt they hadn't done an interim on yet. I mean, what the hell? Whoever told Tony Khan that this was a great idea should just fucking get their ass kicked. But you got Tony Storm, Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker.
I think they're going to give the belt back to Britt.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be honest. and everything that I've heard and everything that I've seen that involves the women's division in AEW right now,
Britt Baker was the shit.
Britt Baker was the one that held it together. When Britt Baker was champion, they had people's interest. The minute that belt went around Thunder Rosa's waist, for some reason, people lost interest. Like, I don't know. She's a great wrestler. She just hasn't been a very good champion. And again, is that her fault or the machine's fault? You know what I'm saying?
It's her fault. She's got to get herself over.
That's true too.
She's not doing nothing to get herself. She's giving the TV time. She just ain't doing shit to get herself over. So now she ain't getting herself. Now she ain't getting that TV time. Britt, when she gets on TV, she's the shit.
Yep.
That's why you don't hardly ever see her on TV no more, because they're trying to get Thunder over, but it ain't working. Jade's more over than she is.
That's true. That's true. The AEW tag titles will be defended. It'll be Swerve and Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. Then we have the AEW World Trios Championship Tournament Finals, which will be the Elite versus United Empire.
No.
Will it not be? I thought it was. I thought
that's
they had
the semi
determined.
match.
That's the semi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, they were saying it was the damn finals the other night.
Well, they were saying that was going to be the real finals, but it's the winner of
That's what I thought. I thought it was the winner of their match and the winner of whoever fights the best friends.
Who is facing best friends?
We'll find out Friday night, but I can tell you now because I got the spoilers for Rampage.
Go ahead.
If you want them.
Go ahead.
Let me.
I haven't watched Rampage in 2 weeks.
All right, let me find them here. I got them. I got you fucking spoilers.
Hey, while you're looking them up, how about the big fuck you from Triple H fucking mingling with AEW talent?
Oh, and while we're on that topic, Tony Khan had his lawyer, which is his number 2 in AEW, send a cease and assist order to Triple H and Stephanie and Nick Khan not to be tampering with his people's contracts any longer.
That's good shit.
Like, really, pal? Weren't you tampering with people's contracts? I mean, what?
Don't everybody get tampered with?
I just want my damn hush money.
I got tampered with town before.
All right, so it was Dark Order versus the House of Black.
Okay.
Who do you think won?
So it's supposed to be the House of Black versus the best friends.
Wrong answer.
The Dark Order one?
The Dark Order. John Silver, number 10, and Alex Reynolds defeated House of Black in the Trios Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinals following a distraction by Miro. The House of Black then ganged up on Miro, but Sting and Darby Allin made the save.
So then you're going to have Dark Order versus Best Friends, and then you got the Aussie Open versus the Elite. And that's your semifinals.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to assume that it's going to be Kenny and the Bucks probably taking on Dark Order. And I also on Rampage, Wardlow defeated Ryan Namath to retain the TNT Championship. Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Big Dude and Chris Sabin watched Mr. Mayhem from the ramp.
Yeah, what do you think? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. Shelly and Sabin are coming
Yeah, when did that
doing
happen?
it last night.
Oh, okay. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Ashton Day. Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello defeated Ortiz and Ruby with the assist from Anna Jay. And then your main event for Friday night, Claudio Castagnoli taking on Dustin Rhodes for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Oh, I already know who won that one.
Yep. Castagnoli. You'd have shit if I'd have said Dustin, wouldn't you?
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, Rosa apparently is not not injured from what I'm hearing. You know, and women's division interest has gone down since Britt dropped the belt. They have the casino ladder match, which is going to be there. Now, the way I've understood this is they're going to do the casino ladder match at All Out. It's going to determine a number one contender for the world title, whereas the Face of the Revolution match or whatever that they do at the other show will continue to happen, and it will determine a TNT challenger.
Okay.
So that's my understanding. Also, we'll get Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson.
That should be good.
FTR and Wardlow versus Jay Lethal and Motor City Machine Guns.
That should be good.
That should be damn good. Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. I'm hoping that that's good.
That's going to be good. That'll be good.
And Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
That should be entertaining.
Yeah. Heard Kurt Angle's going to be at Raw on Monday.
Yeah. So, did you watch Raw? Did you watch any of Raw Monday? Dexter Lumis kidnapped the Miz.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, he came out from behind the barricade.
Yeah.
And took off his hoodie, and the crowd fucking went nuts, and he grabbed him in a chokehold and fucking drug his ass out of the fucking arena. and Corey goes, God damn, it's up. Where's the fucking security?
Right?
Somebody find out where Miz is.
So during all this drama that's going on, and I'll get to more drama here in a minute. On a positive note, much like the first half of our show, I like some of this positive stuff that's going on in wrestling today. I want to give a huge shout out to Wardlow. He apparently was at a show somewhere over the weekend, and he saw a little girl crying because her mom couldn't afford to buy a Slam Buddy from Lady Frost's gimmick table. Mm-hmm. And Wardlow went over and bought a Slam Buddy to give to the little girl. I think that is a class act. I think that is cool. You don't get a lot of wrestlers doing shit like that.
Wardlow's a bad motherfucker, dude.
He is.
He's awesome.
Also, I want to make you happy. Your daddy it has been confirmed your daddy just re-signed with WWE.
Which one?
Roman.
Oh, okay.
He signed a new contract, so he's there for a while.
What do you think? Jeff Jarrett's out now.
Yeah, and guess who's in?
Road Dogg.
Oh, you didn't know? Tony Khan apparently had a big meeting at Dynamite this week. That was when it was told that he sent the cease and assist order over. He pretty much told the guys not to be talking to WWE.
Y'all work for me.
Right.
Y'all are under contract with me. Don't y'all be over there talking with the Triple H because it's a lot better over there now.
Yeah, no shit. And apparently there was also something about access to Tony, and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega both made the comment that our door is always open as EVPs. Our door is open. If you need anything, you can talk to us.
Skip Sabian's show back up last night.
I seen that part. I made it home for the finish of the
He
main
looked
event.
good too. I love the way his hair is.
Yeah, He's in better shape than he was when he left.
Well, that's what you need to do, right? So let me give you a little update on the rebuilding of the Titanic.
How's that going?
I've got to chill out for a couple weeks.
What you did?
Got a couple of setbacks.
Not good.
And no, and they hurt.
Oh, I bet.
Like hell. So yeah. So I gotta kind of cut back a little bit. Hopefully in 2 weeks will be closed back up.
Yeah, I feel your struggle there because I went to the doctor on Monday. They rewrote my order for physical therapy for my back and my neck to include both. To continue that for the next 6 weeks. And then in 6 weeks, they're going to do MRIs on both. And then they are going to look into if physical therapy is not helping in any way, which, it is, but it's not. I don't know how to explain this to a doctor who doesn't understand. With my diagnosis, there's always going to be pain there.
Right.
It's not ever going to go away. The best case scenario is I just need a way to, if the physical therapy helps to deal with the pain and lower it, which it does. I use the TENS unit at home that I had to order. I have a TENS unit at home that I use, but so I haven't been to the gym in a week because I had to wait on the doctor again. I do have another appointment on Monday with the other doctor because of my blood pressure medication. I had an incident last night at work where I was seeing spots.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of panicked. But I have a appointment set up for Monday. They're going to try to regulate my blood pressure medicine some more, get that all straightened out. And then hopefully I can get back in the gym once everything is regulated. Hopefully I won't have to wait the full 6 weeks.
Hey, I want to read you something.
Okay.
And I want to read it kind of slow so you can hear everything.
Are you saying I'm slow?
No, I'm just telling you. I want you to catch everything.
Okay.
And then at the end, I want you to ask me any question that you really want to have.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Pro Wrestling Seminar. Robert Gibson. Saturday, September 3rd, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. $30 to attend, $100 drawing for all attendees. Followed by a high voltage pro wrestling event. Front row, $15, general admission, $10. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. For info and to reserve your spot, call this number.
What's the number?
256-339-4236.
Okay.
So where the fuck is this happening at?
Yeah, like they didn't put the show, like the town or state or anything?
Oh my God. Okay, so somebody posted it, okay? One of our friends posted it. So hold on, let me look. Oh fuck, I just changed damn it. Bitch. Hit the wrong button.
Like I've heard the name of High Voltage before, but I can't remember where they're at. Are they in Mississippi?
No, it's in Alabama. I was reading the things.
Oh, I think I know who shared it.
There's like I think Poker shared it. Let me see.
Okay. Not who I was thinking, but okay. Poker in the face.
Yeah, Poker.
Okay, so
Poker shared it.
Okay.
So I would show you. I want you to hear the comments that were made on it.
Oh God.
So, Big Red Sun, where is this at? That's a good ass question. I have no idea from Poker.
Yeah.
Tim Edwards. I'm not sure where it's at, but the show starts at 7:30.
Don't be late.
Oh no, this is where it gets good. Blaze Ray. He goes, it's in Hanceville, Alabama. Tim Edwards has the little pointing up thing. This motherfucker done called the number.
Oh God, that's great.
The last comment, there, guys, I don't know who the guy is, but he goes, it's wherever that one eye is pointing at.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. Wow. Alrighty then. My question is, why are they doing $100 drawing for everybody that's participating in the seminar?
I don't even, why not put the fucking address on it?
Yeah, that don't make any sense either. I mean, that's the most important fucking part right there. You always put the address, the arena name, something that lets people know, hey, we're over at the fucking National Guard Army. We're over at the fucking strip club. We're over here somewhere doing something.
Hey, Thunder Rose has been suspended.
What? That must have just
A story was going around on social media that Rosa was suspended by the company and is not injured.
That's what I figured. I didn't think for a fucking second that she was hurt. She just didn't want to do the job. She's been, I ain't trying to be mean, but she's been very controversial lately.
But they're also saying they don't think it's true that she's still hurt, but they're not saying what it is.
She,
but she was supposed to lose. She was supposed to be losing to Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Not that that's gonna help anything because Tony Storm's not pulling any numbers.
No, you need to put it back on Britt Baker. Let Britt Baker have it back. Let her be heel. Let her do whatever. Apparently, MLW is coming back in September.
Who the hell they got?
I don't know at this point. I do know MJF is getting ready to come back.
I can't wait.
From what I understand, AEW in September, they start negotiating for their new TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they want they want MJF there because he pulls in a lot of their ratings. So they want MJF there to help pull in their ratings from September until the time they lock in their new deal. And then after that, I don't know what's going to happen, but kind of wondering when they're going to bring him back, if he'll come back at All Out, if he'll come back on Dynamite, I don't know. Also, speaking of people returning, I know Johnny Gargano's back in WWE.
Yeah, he came back.
That's huge. I figure he'll get a nice push out of it. But there's somebody else who's been in negotiations with AEW and WWE that I am super excited if he actually does sign and gets to come back. And I'm sure you can guess, since I said I'm super excited, who it is. You can't guess?
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
There's also talk of Bronson Reed come back to WWE.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that one. But, yeah, Bray apparently is close to signing a multi-million-dollar contract with WWE and a multi-year deal with title runs, WrestleMania main events, et cetera, has been discussed. I mean, apparently Triple H is going to give him some creative freedom to unleash the Fiend to his fullest potential and do it his way. So I mean,
that'd be big. I don't think AEW's got the money to do it.
No, I don't think they do either. But that also, you've got You got people talking about WWE fixing to sell out. I know somebody said something about Raw and SmackDown being on Peacock or some shit. I know Netflix is trying to get a hold of them. Like Netflix wants them. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're fixing to sell the company. I don't know if they're fixing to, I don't know what's going to happen. Triple H and Stephanie are in charge right now. Nick Khan's just kind of sitting there holding up an office. So I don't know. There's so much going on in wrestling right now. It's hard to keep up. And
I know Triple H did a interview on Logan Paul.
You broke up on me.
On Logan Paul's podcast.
Right.
And Stephanie was there. Nick was there. Nick's wife was there. And Nick's kid was there.
Oh, wow.
And Triple H says that he works. His co-writer is Nick Khan's kid.
Oh, wow.
He said he's a really intelligent kid. He's like real small. He's like 5 or 6.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, he tells him that's his little co-writer.
That's awesome.
He said he's really cool to talk to and everything. When he wants to, he'll even try to tell me how to book some stuff.
There you go.
They said some of the stuff we can't do, but
right, because we still got to stay under the the PG-14 now.
But I think no, it's TV-14 now. I think to be honest, getting somebody like that, having a child tell you what he wants to say,
smart.
That's kind of smart thinking.
Yeah, I mean, because they're booking more toward kids these days anyway. So why not pick the brain of a child on what they want to see?
I think it's a pretty smart idea.
Especially if they were still doing the cartoonish stuff, but
because when I would book, I would turn around and be like, "Well, what do you think?"
Right.
I just ask any little push, what do you think?
I mean, it is a good idea. I mean, I don't think it's dumb at all. I mean, that's Carnage Rage says, "What are your thoughts on Triple H trying to establish a deal with All Japan Pro Wrestling?"
It's pretty smart to do.
I didn't know All Japan was even still running.
Everybody's running now.
Man, I knew New Japan was. I didn't know All Japan was. I thought they finally went out of business. Holy shit. Not. I know Noah's running. DDT's running.
I think that's who All Japan is.
DDT or
DDT.
Noah? Oh, okay.
One of them two.
It may be
considered All Japan.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But yeah, I popped when Corey Graves said "goddamn" on TV the other day.
Yeah, the fact that they're, I'm not trying to be, I'm trying to tone down my cussing on the show a little bit, but I'm just going to be clearly honest. I remember the days of, oh, hell yeah, and my God, open a can of whoop ass, and, that son of a bitch, and the announcers were cussing, and everybody was cussing, and it was fun. It was funny. Wrestling hasn't been,
titties.
Yeah, bitches was flashing the camera and all that stuff. I mean, it ain't been the same really since the Attitude Era ended. And and I really and I don't want to be super negative today since we started off on such a positive note. But I have to be a little bit negative because I really thought that AEW was really going to turn things around for us. I thought that when AEW came in, we were going to get new talent, new angles. Yeah, we did. We got new talent, but now they're all WWE guys. Yeah, exactly. And then Tony Khan started collecting his favorites.
Yep.
And pushing his favorites. And it's getting to be the same old shit. And I like Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I like him in Japan. I don't like him in AEW. Let me just be clear. Like, he was a good champion. I loved the belt collector gimmick. But I think he was a better wrestler when he was in Japan than he is now. Because, one, he's been hurt and he's not 100%. He came back too soon, in my opinion, because he looks rough. He does not look the same. He doesn't look right to me. Like, there's something wrong.
Right.
And he hasn't been the Kenny Omega, and I don't like the 6-star match rating, but he hasn't been the 6-star match Kenny Omega since he left New Japan.
True.
And I feel, I seen a thing, somebody had a comparison of Kenny and somebody of it was of Kenny and Roman. And they were talking about how Kenny's held 20 belts and done all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, but how many of them belts were really relevant? Like, maybe 2. Okay? The New Japan title and the AEW title. Because those are 2 belts that people know. But where did he hold these other 18 belts at? What companies did he hold these other 18 belts at?
AAA, Impact.
Okay, so maybe three that are mentionable. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to New Japan, AEW, or AAA, but those are pretty relevant belts. I mean, the Impact belt's not really relevant because Impact's not really relevant. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but who really watches Impact? I mean, they got good matches, but it's boring as fuck. I think they're back in Nashville at the Asylum where we started TNA.
Oh,
That's what
you
it
sure
looked
they're
like.
not? They're still not at Disney.
No, they're in Nashville.
Oh, they're working for them.
No, they ain't been there in a while.
No, because AEW uses the soundstage now, ain't they?
Yeah, that's where they film a lot of their Dark and Evolution or Elevation or whatever it's called.
Elevation.
Yeah, that shit. And again, Tony Khan, like I said, I thought AEW was supposed to be the great hope, the savior of wrestling. And it's just kind of going down the toilet quicker than shit. Like, what was it Eric Bischoff did? He beat WWE for 83 weeks. I think 83 weeks, and Tony Khan may not have a show. I mean, I'm just saying, he's shitting money out like it's fucking hotcakes. He's signing all this talent. He's got 3 hours of TV. 1 hour is predetermined because we give out the spoilers. I'm sure everybody else is giving out the fucking spoilers for Friday night, so no wonder their ratings are dropping. You should have learned years ago you can't tape nothing in this business and the word not get out about what happened. That's why you do a live show.
I think if their numbers keep getting low, they're not going to be able to.
No.
They're going to lose Rampage because it is taped 2 days in advance.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and people.
And if we're able to get the numbers, get it, I'm sure everybody else can because we just a couple
Dave
of jabrones.
Done put it out there, and several other people.
I mean, we just a couple of jabrones,
right?
So that has the boringest show on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh man, but seriously, I mean, Tony Khan it seems to me like it started out as Cody, the Bucks, and Kenny just wanting to make a place for people who deserved a shot and themselves to work. And it was working fine. I mean, we had guys coming in like Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss and all this great talent like MJF and Darby Allin and Ricky Starks and And now all of a sudden, Cody's out. We're hiring all these WWE guys. We don't have TV for all of them. We're trying to get angles to carry over for weeks before we get them back on TV because we don't have the time. And Tony's trying to write everything by himself, and he don't have a fucking clue. And it's just like, to me, it's like tuning into a ripoff of WWE at this point. Granted, when they bring in certain people, like last night's main event, fucking phenomenal. Loved it. Main event was great. I'm sure Mox and Punk was great for the 5 minutes it lasted.
Well, yeah, something like that.
But you can't keep giving us the same shit. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know what kind of video packages they aired, but I'm sure we probably got a House of Black video package or something. And, you know, the usual shit.
Hey, got something I want to throw out there.
Okay.
Renegade Rampage, 1988 on the now. What set of brothers won the NWA World Heavyweight title? If you know the answer, send it to WMC TV5, Memphis, Tennessee 38104. I think it's on Union Avenue. Please send that in.
I can't fucking do it with you.
And tell them that Dynasty of Wrestling and On Deck with Titanic sent that to you.
Don't tell them Dynasty of Wrestling did shit. I can't fucking deal with you. Oh my Lord. How did I know you were going to pull that shit?
I just
on that note, I'm going to pull some sponsor shit up. How about that?
I just pulled it up.
Well, good for you. Want to shout out our sponsors real quick before we continue on today. MadRabbit.com, code Divine20 saves you 20% off. Shout out to all those people. If you're scared of getting a tattoo because it's painful, they now have a numbing cream that you can purchase at madrabbit.com. Use that code Divine20. It will save you 20% off your purchase, and you can go get some awesome tattoos with the numbing cream. It helps to numb the area that they are going to tattoo. You just put it on a little bit before you go get your tattoo. It's got like 5% lidocaine in it, and it numbs the area where they're going to be working, and you won't feel a thing. So you can get beautiful artwork like I have. You know, I like to feel it. It feels like therapy to me. The only place I would probably use the numbing cream would maybe be on my rib cage because the rib cage was very painful. Other than that, I've never had one that really hurt. Even the ones on my neck didn't really hurt. But again, code Divine20 saves you 20% off. Shout out to your good friends and ours as well. Looking forward to coming and checking out an APW show eventually. They have their wrestling school that will be up and going again soon there at the dojo.
It's up and going.
Oh, it's up and going? Good deal, good deal. All Pro Wrestling Arc at yahoo.com or All Pro Wrestling Club on Facebook. And then, of course, they do fundraisers. Any kind of fundraiser you need to do, benefit, you know, school fundraiser, anything like that. Now moving on to our double sponsorship here in Militant Mentality Apparel. If you're looking to get some cool workout gear, I do have the hoodie. It's actually behind me. I don't know why I don't have it on. I have on my WTF Whiskey Tango Foxtrot hoodie. That's probably about wore out because I've been wearing it since a year ago. But On Deck 15 or Divine 10, either one saves you 15% off. No, Titanic, we cannot mail that outfit to you. I have tried.
The outfit or the girl?
Yes.
Okay.
But they do have women's, they have men's, they have a lot of workout gear. But On Deck 15 or Divine 10 will save you 15% off. Shout out to Bluff City Wrestling. And again, y'all's next show is September 24th at the Earl Frank Arena in Marianna, Arkansas. I don't know if I'll make it to that one, but I'm definitely shooting hopefully for the October one. And then, of course, Doobie Energy. Man, let me tell you, these guys are probably the reason I'm still up, because their shit works. If it hadn't have been for their energy drink that I mixed up and drank last night, I probably wouldn't have made it through my 10-hour shift or 8.5-hour shift, whatever the hell it was, since they wanted to change shit up on us. Divine 10 saves you, I think it's like 15-20%.
What's your schedule now?
It's supposed to be 9 to 7, but it was like 10 to 6:30 this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was weird as shit. But Doobie Energy Drink, I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite one so far has been that apple. It's like a sour apple.
Mhm.
That's my favorite one so far. Love it. Love it. Divine 10. I think it saves you 20%. I'll find out before next week's show. We'll get it fixed up. TwistedGorilla.com. Divine 15 saves you money over there as well. I think it's 20% as well, but I'll double check. Check it out. Catalina Wine Mixer. Halloween's right around the corner, fuckers. Go get you some Camp Crystal Lake stuff. I drink and I know things, man. I've been wearing that everywhere. I wore it up into therapy the other day, and it cracked everybody up at my physical therapist office. They were like, "Is that what's wrong with you? You just sit around drinking and knowing things?" I was laughing. Yellowstone, the Dutton Ranch. If you haven't watched Yellowstone, you need to watch Yellowstone. It's the greatest fucking show on TV. Kevin Costner, Taylor Sheridan, great writer. Awesome stuff, man. Got to get you a shirt. I'm probably going to order one of those. Of course, the Witch Please shirt. That's going to be a surprise for my wife for Halloween, and I can say that because she doesn't ever watch my fucking show. Of course, there's the Joe Exotics Animal Park. I believe you're purchasing one of those for your champion, right?
I got to.
Yes. And then, of course, we have Old Faithful. We have collarandelbowbrand.com. Use code CCWA29 to save. Support your local wrestler. Texas Deathmatch, Good Brothers, Living the Dream. And then, of course,
the shirt gets your favorite woman.
Get your favorite woman. What?
Yeah, get plowed.
Oh, Lord, get plowed. Oh, down at Tractor Town. The WWE link will be in the description at the bottom of the video. Make sure you click it. Go shop. I don't know how much you save with that link, but I do know that every time you use that link, they know that our show's the reason you're looking. I will have different pictures of different merchandise next week. But for this week, I thought Get Plowed down at Tractor Town was appropriate because I feel like I have been plowed over by a fucking tractor. And just because it's Brock Lesnar. And I love the fucking shirt, man. I actually ordered one.
It's awesome.
Got one on the way. Actually, I think I got 2 of those on the way and a Roman Reigns shirt on the way. But also, don't want to forget 5-Star Nutrition.
Wait, are you telling me now that you got it sent off to me?
What?
You've got something sent off to me or what?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you had something you was going to send off to me like you said it last week.
Yeah, I was going to, and then stuff started coming in, and I was like, well, shit, if I send it now, I'm just wasting a box. Because I've got like half a box full of stuff over here for you. I've got your seasoning, the NFL sponsorship shirts that they sent us, the one that says Titanic on it. It came in finally. And then I'm waiting on your other thing to come in now. And that's the last thing. Like, I was gonna mail it Monday. Then I had a package delivered, and there was gonna be a package today. And I was like, okay, package came in today, and it was something else. And I was like, okay, well, where's the other fucking package? So hopefully I'll be able to mail it Friday. If not, it will be Monday morning ish, something like that. You're gonna get your shit. Calm down, brother.
I just like it when I get a box and
I know it makes
box
you feel
it
good.
like shit. Look, let me tell you something. Shit shows up at the house and it's got my name on it. Mom's like, What'd you get?
None of your damn business.
You can't wear it.
Right. Anyway, use that link. That link will also be at the bottom in the description. If you go into the store, use AS-Divine10 in stores. I actually have got several referral pages or some referral cards that I'm putting out at gyms and stuff now for the 5-star thing, which has been pretty cool. It's gotten a lot of attention. Also, we have our Major League Baseball affiliation. We have our NBA affiliation. We have our NFL affiliation, our NHL affiliation, our Fanatics affiliation. We have our Southwest Airline Points affiliation. I don't know how that one works, but there will be a link for all of those affiliations down in the bottom in the description box. At the conclusion of this video, once it is uploaded onto YouTube, I will go over and fix it up and put those links in the bottom of the box, and you will be able to shop at Walmart because we have an affiliation with Walmart. So save and live better, help promote wrestling, help promote Dynasty of Wrestling, help promote On Deck with Titanic, help us promote and share the passion of pro wrestling. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long week. You know, Johnny Gargano's back. You said Dexter Lumis is kidnapping the Mias. Well, we got a question here. Quick question: is Jonathan Gresham still doing the Terminus shows? Sorry, I guess I need to start wearing my glasses when we do these shows. Either my eyes or something's getting bad. I don't know if he is still doing Terminus. I've looked into it. Oh dear Jesus. I've looked into it and didn't see a whole lot, but he may still be doing it. I don't know. Also, there is a show coming up, or is that show already passed? That show's already passed. Never mind. Bayou Independent Wrestling is doing Take Your Best Shot Saturday, September 24th at the Gym Center in Fountain Hill, Arkansas. Hey, they put the town on there. AJ's calling.
Not this number, not the phone call I need though.
Okay. Well, doors open at 7 p.m. Bell time is at 7:30. Advance tickets are $15. Tickets are $20 at the door. You'll see superstars such as Tim Storm, Cassidy Riley, NWA star Jeremiah Plunkett, Southern Champion Apocalypse, Alex Taylor, Nate Collins, and more. I know you've probably been watching football a lot the past weekend. I didn't really get to watch any because I worked. And
Cowboys put a first half ass whooping on the Chargers.
Yeah, my Saints didn't do too well. And, I sent you the video of my kid. He's doing pretty good. He
Look,
good blocker for his first year.
When I realized it was the kid in the color jersey,
yeah,
I went back and rewatched him.
Yeah,
and when he pulled that big motherfucker on top of him, and everybody was already past him, that was fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, the coach told him, grab the pads by the chest and just don't let them past you, and that's what he's doing. I mean, he doesn't put out the effort to knock them on their ass and go do something else like chase the ball, but he at least stops his man. His man ain't getting through.
Right.
I need him to be more like the dude off The Longest Yard. Can you teach me to football?
Yeah, there you go.
And just like knock motherfuckers out. Or like Bobby Boucher, the water boy. They making fun of his mama, and he just knocks the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need him to get aggressive.
When I was in Gosnell and I had my girlfriend, her child, I turned around, I told him, I said, son, this is football. Yeah. And you got ADD, you got ADHD.
Oh shit.
I said, you let that shit out.
Right?
Whatever pisses you off, that's where you take it out at.
Yes.
You hit these motherfuckers hard. Don't let your size
Right.
stop you from doing anything. And he was nothing but a bunch of a
I
pack
know.
of skin and bones. And he turned around. This was the funniest shit. So as a police officer, we had to go to the games anyway. So I was like, "Hey, my kid's playing. I'll be there, so don't worry about it. I got the school."
Right.
So I went up there on my times off, and I'd be in uniform, and I'd go up there. And I was watching him. Of course, I got closer to the field because I'm a cop. I could do that. And then he turned around. He come running over me. He got knocked about 5 fucking yards on a block. He was trying to block somebody, and it worked because our kid ended up scoring a 76-yard touchdown.
Hell yeah.
And he came to me. He's like, "Dad, did you see that block?" I said, "Yeah, get in there, boy." And everybody was just loving him. And well, he came to the defensive side of the ball. He didn't have a fucking clue what the fuck to do.
Nope.
He just knew he needed to go hit the motherfucker with the ball.
That's right.
And coach turned around and made him be the middle linebacker and called the defensive plays the next week.
There you go.
So he got out there and oh my God, he would get all up in people's asses. If you got to hit them harder, harder. And he was headbutting motherfuckers and everything else. I'm like, that's my kid.
That's how you got to be, though, man. And that's what I mean.
And it was funny because he would take his helmet off. And I'm talking about a 7th grader talking to a bunch of 8th graders.
Oh, yeah.
We did our job. You do yours.
Yeah.
And, well, half the offense would go out there because half of them were on playing both sides of the ball. He did. After that first game, he did not play no more offense. The coach said he was all defense.
Right.
And he turned around. The coach came to me. He goes, "We talked to you about your son." I said, "Yeah." He said, "That kid plays like he ain't got nothing to live for." I'm like, "Yeah, we pretty much don't."
See, that's what I need. That's what I need Ashton to do. I need him to get out there and just give it his all, man. He's built for what he's doing. He's just.
It'll take time. It'll take time. He's got plenty of it. He's young, and
I just don't know if he's going to stick with it. He's riding the fence.
Something will happen, and it'll turn on. One way, it'll turn on or turn off,
right.
And he'll figure it out.
The sad thing is they've got a ranking system. They've got a gold, a white, and a maroon. It's the first, second, and third string players. And right now he's in the third string. And that's what I told him. I said, "Look, if you want a shot at getting out of that third string before this season is over and staying on this team and not getting cut before next year, you're going to have to put in the work at home with me and at school with the coaches when you're practicing." Like it
probably wouldn't hurt to get him into the gym.
Right.
And I know,
unfortunately, most gyms won't let them in until they're 16.
Look, I think what you need to do,
which I've got the in-home.
Sit him down,
use it,
and play varsity blues.
Varsity blues.
Yeah, that coach really knows how to pick you up. God damn, boy, you gonna be third string all your goddamn life.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna have to let him watch Varsity Blues.
It's a good story. I think Varsity Blues would help him out. Remember the times that helped him out.
What was
Little Giants?
Scott Balaka played in one. Maybe it was Varsity Blues. I can't remember. He played the quarterback, old man at the ranch, and they come out and got him. Oh God, I love Scott Balaka because he played Agent Dwayne Pride in NCIS New Orleans.
You talking about Tweeter? Played the wide receiver?
No, he didn't play wide receiver. He was the quarterback.
No. Well, Moxon was
I can't
James
fucking remember.
Vanderbeek, and the original starting quarterback was the guy that played in Fast and Furious.
No, okay, yeah, it's a totally different movie. But yeah, I know I've seen Varsity Blues. I just can't remember the name of it. We had him watch. There was a scene from Facing the Giants where they did the death crawl, and the coach blindfolded the kid and put the other kid on his back.
What was the guy's name? Scott what?
Scott Balaka.
Scott Block.
Blocka. I've watched that movie so many times I cannot believe I cannot remember the name of it. It's the Replacements or something. Fucking work. No.
How do you spell it?
Hold on, I'll look it up. It's already in my memory bank because I I search him all the time to see what he's working on nowadays because they've canceled NCIS New Orleans. Bakula. What is the name of that movie? Let's see. He played in Star Trek. Necessary Roughness.
Oh, the Jamie Foxx one.
Was Jamie Foxx in that?
I think it was.
I don't know, but Shazam was in it. Whatever dude's name is.
I wish him the best.
It's got Evander Holyfield, Sinbad, Hector Alonso. I don't think Jamie Foxx is in this one.
Even show him The Replacements.
Yeah, The Replacements was a good one too. But I love Unnecessary Roughness. If you hadn't watched it, you'll have to watch it. That's a good movie. Speaking football, though, I want to throw this out there. There's rumors coming out of Tom Brady's camp that he may be getting ready to announce his retirement soon.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he's
back with the team.
Yeah, I heard he'd taken time off, and apparently he was on The Masked Singer, but he won't admit to it. I don't know. Also, let's talk about NFL suspensions. Kamara got 6 games for beating a dude.
Deshaun Watson got 11 games for
24 sexual misconduct lawsuits.
for happy endings.
Calvin Ridley indefinite bet for his team to win.
Fernando Tatis Jr. got a 80-game suspension from the MLB for failing a drug test for some kind of banned substance.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
80 games.
That's crazy.
Two more in baseball.
Yeah.
You're kicked out of baseball.
Holy shit. Vontez Burfict got 12 games for targeting. And whoever Josh Gruden is, or Gordon, got 76 games for
Josh
weed.
Gordon. That's the guy that keeps failing the drug test for weed.
Yeah. I mean,
now, did you hear Pat McAfee has been getting phone calls about returning to football?
No, I did not.
He talked about it yesterday on his show, and though that he is flattered, but
he has no interest.
he has a lot on his plate now with WWE, and
yeah,
he's in control of 12 people's lives with his show, the Pat McAfee show.
Right.
That's all his. And he put that all together, and he's responsible for all that. And he told him yesterday he wasn't going nowhere.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him. He's probably making more money now than he was, and he's honestly not doing near as much. Because, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Football. Some people think football is not as hard as it used to be, but it still is. It's a dangerous sport.
Mm-hmm. He's been retired for like
Several
6 years.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been out of the game for a while.
And
granted, he's still got a good
he is still very much loved within the Colts.
Oh, I bet.
It's crazy. I'll let my TV play, and I'll get on YouTube and I'll just play it. I'll just let it play video after video after video. I ain't fucking bad. He was on one of them. He was showing Triple H called him and asked him if he could be in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And they called him the day of. His plane wasn't going to be able to go. He's like, I can make one phone call. And he goes, I don't know if it'll go, but I can try. So he called the owner of the Colts.
Oh, wow.
And Irsay told him, he said, use it all week. Because
you froze on me again because what?
He had to go like Buffalo to Texas to this and that. I mean, he was flying back and forth. It was a busy week.
Right.
He was flying everywhere.
Hook a brother up.
Then he was going to Memphis to do College Game Day when they were in Memphis on Bill Street. And stuff like that. So he had all this to go to. And he turned around and Jim Irsay told him, he said, just take my plane.
Right.
They'll take you anywhere you need to go. And just be careful and come back.
Right. That's
and
fucking awesome.
It's very known that Pat loves him. Pat fucking Dave be talking some weird shit. He told him he interviewed him. He's like, I want a flying car. I don't care about these fancy phones and stuff, but I want a flying car. He said, if I was to drive to Mars, it would take me about 9 to 10 months to get there. But if I had a flying car, and he goes, what are you trying to do? You trying to fly? You trying to go to Mars? He goes, why not?
Right? Might as well be the first motherfucker there. Like,
I mean, the NFL's going over, playing some regular season games over in London and all that, and Germany, and so.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Why not do it somewhere else?
Well, I did speak to our other guest that was supposed to be on Sunday. We're going to reschedule and try to get him back on, hopefully before the Fan Fest happens, to find out which Lord Humongous he has coming and to find out what all goes into putting on a Fan Fest.
That would be interesting to know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how that works out. But other than that, I think that's it for today. I'm fixing to go try to take a nap. I'm tired.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna get me.
I'm getting messages. I'm getting emails left and right.
Yeah, my phone's been. That's why I've got mine on silent. Because if not, you'd hear it going off nonstop.
I'm waiting for a phone call, but I'll tell you that when we get off the line.
Oh no, I understand. But ladies and gentlemen, for Titanic, for Divine, for the whole damn shebang, I say it's time we hit that music. We get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, share the passion of